A very good evening to you watching Westnile television, wherever you're catching the show live from. You're most welcome. This is the NILECAST, Saturday edition of the NILECAST, and today is 3rd of June 2023. My name is Dennis Oringi. Before we dive into the stories that we have prepared for you this evening, let us first have the headlines. In the headlines tonight, Ugandans today commemorate Uganda Matters Day. Catholic priest asks government to stop gun violence as Ugandans commemorate Martyrs' Day. And Westnile women challenge government over financial inequality. These and more in today's NILECAST. Now the news in detail. Women in Westnile are urging the government of the Republic of Uganda to address the financial inequalities that exist in the country amidst the existing empowerment programs. Frederick Dramadri reports.
Women leaders in Westnile region are advocating for more empowerment programs to address the financial inequalities that exist in the country amidst other existing empowerment programs rolled by government. During a Westnile regional women engagement at a White Castle Hotel termed to be Women Forum organized by Action Aid, the women leaders argued that despite policies and economic interventions by government, many women are still unempowered and living in extreme poverty, tagging this to the cultural beliefs that tend to shut down women.
They are empowered women. The percentage of the empowered is not that much, but we have the majority of the women and the young girls that have not been to school, that do not know what the government has for them. They do not have any information, and even if you want to hold their hands and raise them, they say, my husband is going to check me. Here I'm not going to, even things to do with the social norms. You see, for us women, this is not allowed for us. This is what is killing over 70% of our young mothers and even women within these districts of West Nile.
In our community, when a girl happens to get pregnant, maybe by mistake, the parents tend to negotiate and give away their daughter. In our community, that many men or husbands have become drunkards. They drink a lot, spend most of their time by the roadside, neglecting their families and leaving women overburdened.
Government of Uganda through Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development rolled out several women economic empowerment programs which explicitly target women and girls, including social development sector, agriculture, education, health, water and environment and energy. However, according to the 2021 Uganda National Housing Survey, women earn an average of only 53% of what men are earning, leaving majority of them in extreme poverty, with the worst among the rural women and youths. Dr. Ansela Nakafero, the Commissioner at Gender and Women Affairs in the Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development, says the country has achieved a lot in its empowerment programs that have transformed women in achieving equity, though some of the programs have not been utilized effectively by women and youths.
Much as we celebrate the gains, we are not blind to the challenges that we are facing as a country. I would want to talk about poverty. Women are among the poor in this country, and of course when you're poor, that alone constrains your opportunities in terms of accessing services, in terms of accessing opportunities for development like employment, looking after your family. So poverty is still a very big issue. Another aspect that is of still great concern to us are the high levels of violence against women and girls.
Meanwhile, Grace Regina Kulu, the Learning and Impact Coordinator at Action Aid, says The women forums help in collectively advocating for the women's rights and helps in shaping their voices for decision-making at policy levels.
Therefore, we believe that these voices will be discussed and different policies, in different sectors of education, health, or even transport will be, used, to design national programs, to design national agenda for grassroots implementation. So it's our hope that the issues that we are going to discuss today in this Women's Forum in Arua does not end within this space.
According to World Bank, the women in Uganda account for 80% of all unpaid workers and are highly entrepreneurial, contributing significant amounts of labor to the Ugandan economy, yet most of them go unpaid and are extremely credit-worthy. This is retarding the country's investment pattern and economic growth. Frederick Dramadri, Westnile TV, NILECAST.
Away from Arua City to Amuru District, the solar-powered micro-irrigation scheme programs under Uganda Intergovernmental Transfer Programs are transforming farmers in Amuru District, being one of the 40 districts in the country piloting World Bank-funded program. Various districts across the region are now coming to benchmark from Amuru District before the program is enrolled or in all the districts in the country. Stephen Okello reports more on this story from Amuru District.
As government plan to roll out U-Gift program to all the districts in Uganda, different districts are now benchmarking the success of this project from the piloting district like Amuru.
We are doing very badly in terms of weather, and this is the program that can help our people. If our farmers take it up, then it will be able to help them to be able to be productive despite the weather problem that we are having. Yes, but otherwise our farmers are doing badly.
While interacting with farmers who benefited from this macro irrigation system, which was part of the U-Gift project in 2022, leaders were shocked to learn that these farmers are making millions of shillings from 1 acre of land they are operating in.
So nyanya na no milioni na bit makum siat ento muken matetiel no milioni na bit
kiko nyanya
ya
oh nyanya
meno ber side mapincha ni keken pochar wie kwija so kakan na pier tulla ni ano milioni rio makum siat ento muken manokiti ukeli no matetiel no pe.
Christopher Ball, district chairman Kitgum, says this program will bail out their farmers from the prolonged drought which is currently affecting farmers in Kitgum district.
Kitgum is grossly affected by the arid conditions that apparently is now bedeviling the whole country. We do not have enough rains, and the answer to production now lies with irrigation. This is why we decided to select key model farmers to come and benchmark so that they take leave and take home what they can start doing on the ground.
Michael Lacogne, Amuru District Local Government Chairman, says there is already testimony that farmers who have benefited from these pilot programs are above poverty line, and this has made it easy for them as leaders to encourage other local farmers to join this program.
As a leader of the district, I've started smiling that my leadership is not for nothing. At least we are changing lives of people, and really by community bailing themselves out of poverty, you will really be in position to feeling the obligation that community set to elect you in the offices. So indeed, I am now chairman that is also a model chairman, and in this I am here embarking on mobilizing community.
District Production Officer, Amuru District, Komakech Simon Peter, say being a cost-sharing programs where farmers contribute 25% of the total cost of the program, out of 90 farmers who showed interest at inception, only 39 benefited.
The land area that they are using are not very big, and we give a maximum of 2.5 acres, but like demonstration, we are only demonstrating in half an acre. So that means you have to be intensive in the production within the specific area.
The program has forced farmers who have been depending on swamp for vegetable production in Amoro district to abandon swamp and moved upstream after a government, through Your Gift program, supported them with macro irrigation equipment, and they are now harvesting from January to January.
More in our stories this evening. Youth Chaplain Arua Diocese Reverend Father William Andima, who doubles as the curate of the Christ the King Catholic Parish Arua Diocese, has asked government to address the countrywide killings by gun as the country commemorates Uganda Martyrs Day. Frederick Dramadri today attended Uganda Martyrs Day prayers from Christ the King Arua Catholic Parish in Arua Diocese, and he reports.
Arua Diocese Youth Chaplain Father William Antima, who doubles as the curate of Christ the King Catholic Parish Arua, has asked the government to address the countrywide gun violence as the country commemorates Uganda Martyrs Day. The curate was speaking during a mass to commemorate the 22 Catholic and 23 Protestant martyrs on Uganda Martyrs Day. Antima said these killings by shooting have become scaring to mankind and divert economic development aspirations of the country. According to Antima, as government plays her part in ensuring peace and security, Christians world over should pray for the betterment of the nation, just like the martyrs who died with their faith, adding that forgiveness and repentance is a great deal for a peaceful sharing other than demonstration and killing one another. Between the months of April and May this year, cases of violence through the use of firearms, either by security operatives or unknown persons, have been on the rise across the country, leading to deaths. Earlier in May this year, the police in Arua City recovered a gun suspected to be used in a violent act that led to the killing of one security guard in Arua City. Recently, in their press briefing, the regional police spokesperson Josephine Angutia asked the members of the public to say information in the shortest time where possible to handle such wrong elements among the communities.
Information sharing, where our people share information freely with the security so as to arrest or pick the suspected criminals and also to remove the guns away from the hands of the wrong people. And information is power. Through timely sharing of information, we shall be able to manage, maintain good security of our city or maintain peace in our state.
Section 3, subsection 4 of the 1970 Firearms Act bars any person from illegally possessing, purchasing or using gun and provides for a jail term of not exceeding 10 years or a fine not exceeding 60 currency points or both in case one is arrested and found guilty. Frederick Dramadri, Westnile TV, NILECAST.
Still on the matter of commemoration of the Uganda Martyrs Day today, thousands of pilgrims on Saturday today trudged Namugongo Martyrs Shrine to commemorate Uganda Martyrs Day. June 3rd is commemorated annually because of the Uganda martyrs who were executed because of their faith on the orders of Kabaka Mwanka II, the ruler of the Buganda Kingdom. Let's take a look. At Namugongo, at least 70 suspects are in police custody of theft charges for allegedly stealing from the pilgrims who have traunched Namugongo, Wakiso district for the Uganda Martyrs Day commemoration right there. And so 2 of the suspects are female, while one of the 68 male suspects are arrested on charges of illegal possession of government stores. Despite the heavy deployment of several security personnel from police and the army, among others, criminal elements couldn't stay away from the commemoration venue, according to police. Take a look.
Diocese ya Kampala twayishye nakulabi naye nze kikyensanga olwokuba nti no tulina okukkiriza nga tusaba abajuvu bano batuyambe wane enkola yaffe ekyali nafu singa layini abakebera bakerya dakyalwajjala nga bolaba embaka zino ezabakunga ziyitamu netukyanga tusembula ne bateeka nti okuva ku ssaawa emu paka ssaawa 3 omuntu n'akimanya nti sijja kuyingira naye twali mpola tugenda twesindika etumanyi batunayingira naye tusaba twongere wakaliwa twebaza mpozi ekirungi ekyo namugoba mugaziya kuva mukola bulungi waliwo enjawulo okusinza luli yange tusaa 2 leero eri ku kyalwa gyanze ensembula mpola
kwenonyeza kasete nakusaba kasimu bajja kukwata musawo
tuviridde mu parishi y'ekibuwa kati nze okusomozebwa kw'ensanze wano tuludde nnyo wano nga tetuyingira oba bayinza okubaako n'enteekateeka gye bakola ne bongeranga ku miryango egiyingira tulemanga okwekumanga awamu okulwawo ennyo nga tuyimiridde wano kubanga wano beerindoza wano nakamalawo mu bisaawa 2 tetuyingira so ze kyensaba akola enteekateeka okuyingira mu ndeeyo bongereko ku miryango egiyingira tubeere nga tusobola okubeera nga tuyikuma wamu ku miryango bwe buzibu bwensanze okusinga obukulu essebo.
To end our NILECAST this evening, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni and the First Lady Janet Kataha Museveni attended the Interreligious Martyrs Day prayers at NILECAST together with other NRM legislators and ministers. The prayers have been organized by the Parliamentary Joint Fellowship in partnership with the NRM Parliamentary Caucus and local religious leaders. Take a look.
Abashurizi ba Uganda Kabaka Mutesa I, the first, organized a feast where he invited all the people from the kingdom. They came, and it was a good one. They all ate the food, but the meat was never eaten. He asked why. That this meat was slaughtered by people who are not circumcised. They had become Muslims, but many of them had not circumcised because it was a painful process at that time. So he ordered for their arrest. After that feast, over 70 of them, they were taken to Bukesa prison, that is near Nakulavye. There was a prison. He made them starve for 4 days. He sent them food, including meat. They refused to eat. He said, we cannot eat that meat. He ordered that they be taken to Nansana prison. Still he starved them. He sent them food, including meat. They refused to eat the meat. He ordered that they be taken to Bukoto. You know Bukoto in Kampala? There was a prison for Kabaka Mutesa. Still they refused to eat the meat after starving them. And they say these people are too disobedient. He ordered for their killing. And in 1877, these people were taken to Namugongo. It was the first lot to be taken to Namugongo. Over 70 people were killed in an inferno. That was 10 years before the Christian martyrs.
Thank you very much, dear viewer, for being with us up to this particular time that I am signing out of the studio for the NILECAST, a Saturday edition of the news hour right here on Westnile Television. My name is Dennis Oringi. Do not forget, today is Saturday and we shall be able to have the real talk with Yot Lillian, and do not forget that exactly 10 p.m. we shall be able to have the late night coming back for the Saturday edition. Simon Living together with the lady who always drive it right there together with Simon Living, and also not forgetting DJ Juro, as they will be mixing it down right for you right there. Do not forget, tomorrow is Sunday and we shall be able to have the weekly news roundup. And I have to tell you this time around, Christine Nukumoringa is back, and tomorrow she will be joining me as we shall be able to have the weekly news roundup right here on Westnile Television. My name is Dennis Oringi. Join me at exactly 10 p.m. Also will be joining those of Selector Simon in the late night show right there. And for those who have been so tired, this evening, I have to tell you that your night will be sorted. Have the best of your night.